Hey everybody, I'm back and check out my new apron. I thought that was really cool. May the forks be with you. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. Anyway, I've been trying to get ready for the holidays. Usually I'm working on my winter body, which means I'm trying to fluff up. But this time I'm going on a cruise next month, and so I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight, but I was really craving cheesecake. And so I was like, I'm just gonna get in there and play around and see what I can make happen for a cheesecake that is no sugar at all. So I'm not doing a crust, it's just gonna be the cheesecake alone. I have no recipe I'm following, so I thought it might be fun to film it because I have no idea how it's gonna come out. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just selected a bunch of crap that's like no sugar and low in carbs, and I'm gonna try to make it as flavorful as possible without using too much sugar substitute. I just kind of want that creamy texture and stuff. So let's see how it goes. Also, I'm still kind of like not only just no sugar, but I don't want to do tons of calories, and one block of cream cheese has like over 1,000 calories, I think. So I was gonna do 2 blocks, but now I'm just gonna do like this little teeny one. I think this is like 6 inches, 7 inches. It's like one of those springform pans. Especially since I'm just experimenting with it. So I'm gonna put that in this bowl here. I'm gonna mix it up. Wow. You want your cream cheese like at room temperature so that it'll actually mix. So like take it out of the fridge like an hour or 2 before you start. I want it really light and fluffy, so I'm probably gonna mix a while. Also, like if you're just like diabetic and you can't have sugar or anything like that, this might be a really good option for you for like Thanksgiving or Christmas, something like that. We'll see. I mean, I don't even know how it's gonna turn out, but if it turns out good, then I'll try to remember what I did and tell you, because like I said, I don't have a recipe to go by. Then you're gonna scrape all that down into like a pile in the middle. Make sure you get the bottom of the bowl too. Okay, so now I think I'm going to, let's get the pan ready really quick just to make sure. So we got this. I'm gonna do the bottom and the sides. A lot of people use actual butter and flour and blah blah blah. I just use a spray. All right. Set your oven. I looked it up for other cheesecake recipes, and most of them are like 350. So that's what I'm gonna do. Probably bake for like an hour, I'm not sure yet. And then since there's no crust, you definitely want to make sure you put tin foil all the way around so that it doesn't leak out of your pan. But tin foil, more is more. So I'm gonna do that, put it in this center here. Kind of like make sure it goes over the bottom. I was watching like an old Julia Child's cooking show. If you don't know who that is, look her up. She was like, "Oh, you got to, handle the chicken." I don't even know how she talks, but she talks really unique, is what I'll say. So yeah, but anyway, in her videos back in the day, they didn't like edit it at all, and they didn't have like some pre-made meal really. Well, at least the episode I watched was it. So it was like this long video of her just kind of like walking around. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting, like how nowadays our attention spans are so short. Like if there's a video that's like, thank you all for watching, because like if there's a video that's like longer than like 12, 15 minutes, I'm out. But if they just kind of edit it and show you what they're doing, then that really gets me in. Unless the person's really cool or interesting or something like that, then I'll like stick around, pay attention or something. But so we got the pan done, out of the way. We got this. So I'm just gonna add 2 eggs. That sounds good. Oops. Just 1. Then I'm gonna mix that up. I love anything custardy, so when I think about putting eggs in here, it's like if it comes out to be like, I don't know what that noise was, but if it comes out to be custardy, and that's fine. That works for me. And sometimes it's just the texture and sitting down and enjoying something that's like, yeah, maybe not even yummy, but it's just like that, you know, creamy, comforting, filling. So I feel like that's probably good. Then we're gonna add a little vanilla. I don't think there's calories or sugar or anything in vanilla. It just, like I said, I'm gonna try to make it as flavorful as possible. So I'm gonna put probably too much vanilla in it for such a small cake, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna put a couple drops of lemon juice because a lot of cheesecakes have lemon juice in them. I mean, I don't want so much that it's gonna taste like a lemon cake, but I just want to try to bring out as much flavor as possible. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more. It's probably too much of that too, but we'll see. And then a lot of cheesecake recipes call for Greek yogurt. So I'm gonna put, what is this? This is tablespoons, so I'm just gonna put, I don't know, a few of those in there. It's also got like a sourish taste, so maybe that'll add some flavor too. Oh, and it's vanilla. So it's kind of got its own baked in vanilla. So I guess technically there would be a teeny tiny bit of sugar. Although I don't see sugar, it has fructose, so I'm assuming that's what the sugar is. So I guess there will be a teeny tiny bit. So if you're making this and you don't want any sugar whatsoever, leave that out. So now I'm gonna mix that up. And I know this isn't probably good, but I don't care. I've tried monk fruit before, and if you like monk fruit, that's great. But like at least baking cookies with it one time, like I put the monk fruit in and the cookie dough tasted amazing. I was like, wow, you can't tell there's no sugar in this at all. But then I baked it, and when they came out of the oven, like they taste really good. But every now and then you'd bite into like this, almost like a burst of coldness. I can't really explain it. So I was thinking, I was like, well, whenever I drink coffee, like out at a hotel or in public or whatever, I always add like one sweet and low, and it actually makes a huge difference. So I'm not gonna like add like a ton, but I thought, you know, I'll add like 4 or 5. And this is such a small thing. And I don't want like a bunch of aftertaste either. But some people add 3 or 4 to their coffee at a time, and it's not like I have it all the time, so there's that. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of the sugar-free French vanilla creamer, because a lot of times they call for milk. And I feel like this will give it more flavor too. Sometimes, like if I want something sweet and I'm watching what I'm eating, I'll have like a bowl of some sort of healthier-ish cereal with like a little bit of milk and like a splash of this, and it kind of gives you like the sweetness that you're looking for. And then I think that's it. I think we're just gonna dump this in the pan and see how it goes. Scrape the bottom. Ooh. It's kind of soupy, but that's usually how cheesecake batters are. And then I thought about adding some cinnamon. I don't know though. Let me smell it. So I think I'm gonna not do the cinnamon. I think I'm just gonna pour this in here and cross my fingers and hope for the best. However it turns out, I'm gonna eat it. And I guess if you wanted some sort of crust, I've read like you can take like almond flour and melt butter into it and add like probably like some sort of sugar substitute and like cinnamon or honey or something like that. Like I know honey's sugar, but it's a natural sugar. And kind of make a crust out of that. But I was like, I don't really want those calories. I'm not a big fan of almond flour. So if it's not gonna taste good anyway, then I'm not gonna deal with it. It mix my own food, so I can do that. So that's what it looks like. It's really not big. I probably should have used an even smaller pan, but I'm experimenting and I don't want a lot to eat. I just want enough to like have a little snack, like I don't know, a few nights in a row, just a little bit. But besides the cream cheese, I mean, there's like 20 calories in a tablespoon of this. There's 100 calories in 2/3 of a cup, and I put like 3 tablespoons or something in it. I think eggs are 70 calories. So say this was 1,000, and then another 140 for the eggs. It's 1140. Round that up for the Greek yogurt and the creamer. Was that 1,200? So it's probably like 1,200 if I was to sit and eat an entire cheesecake. So if I ate half of it, it'd be 600. If I ate a quarter, it'd be 300. And that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably do like a quarter. After 4 nights, it'll be gone and it'll be out of my system, hopefully. Since I'm not sure like if this is gonna leak or not, I'm gonna put it in a pan just in case. And I'm gonna put this in the oven. Since it's so small, I mean, a big cheesecake, a lot of times you cook for like 60 to 75 minutes. But since this is so small, I'm probably gonna do it like 40 minutes and then check on it. And if it needs to go longer, I'll do it at that time. Cheesecakes are so difficult, at least for me, to know when they're done. Cause like all the recipes you read say to give it like a little jiggle. And if just the center jiggles, then it's done. But if it jiggles too much, it's not done. And if it jiggles at none at all, it's overdone. So it's like, what's the right jiggle? And so you never know what the right jiggle is. And some of them say to hit it with like a wooden spoon, and if it jiggles slightly, then it's done. So it's really difficult. There's a recipe I have, though I'll have to do it sometimes because I've done it exactly how it says and it works every time. And I think you cook the cheesecake at like 400 or something for like an hour, and then you turn the oven off and you open the oven door and let it sit in there for another hour. And it turned out perfect. I didn't have to jiggle it or anything, so I'll have to find that recipe. But this is my own recipe. If it works out, then let me know and I can tell you, write my own recipe. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So that's gonna cook 40 minutes and then I'll come back afterwards and let you guys know how it turned out. And then once it cools off later, I'll let you know how it tastes. All right, bye. Okay, I just got the cheesecake out of the oven. I had set the timer for 40 minutes. It probably should have only cooked maybe like 30 to 35. I mean, it still looks fine. It looks really good on top and like it's too hot, but when I shake it, see it's got a little bit of a jiggle. So now I'm going to let it cool off completely, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge for like at least an hour or two. And then after that, I'll come back and show you what it looks like and how it tastes. All right, so we put this in the oven at 350, probably about about 35 or 40 minutes. I should have done about 35, but it's very small, but it smells really good. I'm just gonna try it really quick. Oh, and after it comes out of the oven, let it cool to like room temperature. Put it in the fridge for at least like 2 hours. It definitely has like the consistency of regular cheesecake. And it smells really good. Let me see. Wow, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this. So I'll definitely be doing it again. So if you were looking for something that's totally sugar-free and actually pretty good, let me know and I'll see if I can like actually write the recipe out. It's good. Oh yeah, one more thing, something else, because it's really not that sweet. It's more like a cheesy type of cheesecake. But if you wanted sweet, they sell that sugar-free caramel and sugar-free like strawberry drizzle. That would be really good on top of this. So whenever I sit down, when I pile myself up in front of the TV later and have a slice, I'm probably gonna add some of the sugar-free strawberry. So yum, yum, yum. So if you're a diabetic or if you're just trying to cut out sugar, this is a great option for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just like if you want some comfort food. All right, I'll talk to you later, bye.